Hello, good to have you with us on Red Barn Radio. I'm Brad Becker. We continue to celebrate the 20th season of Red Barn Radio, and tonight, folks, we welcome you to show number 787. Our guest this evening on Red Barn Radio is Nick Dittmeier and the Sawdusters. It's fun for us to have artists on the program who are not content to recycle the same material recording after recording, who embrace change and growth, who are not afraid to squint at the mirror to see what else might reveal itself. Nick Dittmeier is one such artist. He's from southern Indiana. He's been on Red Barn before and only recently has released a new set of songs called Heavy Denim. Months ago, we saw Nick and the guys open for Los Lobos in Lexington. It was fun watching a crowd get swept up in it, as I was with what was happening on that stage. We are really glad he could bring the band down to Red Barn for you tonight. Welcome Nick Dittmeier and the Sawdusters.
Spade to mama's in the dirt. Brother said he ain't getting out soon. You know he got a wait his turn. Hey, hey, you never know, they could call him any day. Give his shoelace back, said to walk away. I know. Well, I've seen stranger things, you never know. I suppose. Divides east and west. Guidance counselor said, yeah, to leave would be best. I stayed in Indiana and it wasn't all bad. I'm another day older, look more like my dad, I know. Well, I've seen stranger things, you never know. I suppose. 30 days on the high sea. You got mouths to feed aboard a mutiny. Oh, you say you want to be with the best around here. Go on, Van Gogh, cut off that ear for the show. Oh, I've seen stranger things you never know. I suppose. Things you never know. I suppose. Yeah.
Good evening and welcome to Red Barn Radio. Wherever in the world you're listening, welcome to Roots Music Southern Style. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn Radio's official radio partner, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at weku.org. Red Barn Radio is supported by Visit Lex, Lexington, Kentucky's Convention and Visitors Bureau. More information on what Lexington has to offer is at visitlex.com. LexArts, Lexington, Kentucky's premier cultural development, advocacy, and fundraising organization, working for the development of a strong and vibrant arts community as a means of enhancing the quality of life in Central Kentucky. Follow Red Barn Radio on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Here's the host of Red Barn Radio to tell us more about tonight's performers.
Nick Dittmeier has been writing, recording, and touring his music not only across the States, but also in Europe for over a decade now. From back in 2013 when he released his first EP, solo, I believe. Nick brings several collections of really great music for you to check out. We'll talk about those during the show. Media outlets ranging from No Depression to Pop Matters praise the power of Nick's brand of Americana and the craftsmanship of his storytelling. His band is the Sawdusters. That's Nick on guitar, JD Mackinder on bass, sorry, JD, and Josh Bradley on drums. Welcome Nick Dittmeier and the Sawdusters.
Can't go home, I can't go home. Can't go home, no one's waiting for me. No one will miss me when I'm gone. Can't go home, I can't go home. Never at home, anywhere I stood. Roll of the wheel, we're out chopping wood. I know she's not there waiting alone. Can't go home, I can't go home. I can't go home, I can't go home. Can't go home, no one's waiting for me. No one will miss me when I'm gone. Can't go home, I can't go home. If I had just one more wish, I'd tell you what I'd do. I'd throw it down just one more time and head on back to this home of mine. Can't go home, I can't go home. Can't go home, no one's waiting for me. No one will miss me when I'm gone. Can't go home, I can't go home. I can't go home, I can't go home. Can't go home, no one's waiting for me. No one will miss me when I'm gone. Can't go home, I can't go home. I can't go home, I can't go home. Thank you. Yeah, we put a new record out about a month ago, and this is a song off that record. We made a video for the song too. We hired some local skeletons to help us out with it. Oh well, I can tell it's about to go to hell, and it seems the ending has just begun. Well, Thank you so much. Yeah. This next song we're going to play is off of an album we have called All Damn Day. It's the title track of that record that came out back in fall 2018. Been hammering rocks all damn day, in the tiny little pieces, Lord, there got to be a better way. The dirt on my nails and the sweat running down my brow don't make me feel worth my time somehow. Hammering rocks nearly all damn day, I'm digging this hole in the yard. Digging to hell, does it got to be this hard? Ache of my back and the pain in my legs I feel make me wanna quit and borrow and steal. Digging this hole in the yard, I'm dragging these wheels down the road, melting my coffee, black diesel and smoke. If they don't matter how hard I try, gotta keep these wheels, these blue white lines, dragging these wheels down the road. Here we go. My time somehow. Hammering rocks all damn day. I'm hammering rocks nearly all damn day. Yeah, that song's about rocks.
Yeah, another one. I think I missed that.
I think you skipped one.
That did skip a song. This song's called Turned and Walked Away. This is off Heavy Denim. This song's about imposter syndrome. Well, I turned and walked away. Oh, I turned and walked away. Oh, I laid it on the line, then I left it far behind. Well, I turned and walked away. Well, I turned and walked away. I turned and walked away. took everything I learned, lit the match and watched it burn. Well, I turned and walked away. Well, my eyes were pointed downward, and they would be the whole drive. I saw the peeling painted sidewalk every day since I was 5. So I turned and walked away. Oh, I turned and walked away. Let my shoes scrape the concrete. Now it's overdone complete. Well, I turned and walked away. On in any different commercial vessel, underneath my mother's quilt. I had an opposing vodka headache, a healthy dose of survivor's guilt. Well, I turned and walked away. Oh, I turned and walked away. Well, I laid it on the line, then I left it far behind. Well, I turned and walked away. Well, I turned and walked away. Oh, I turned and walked away. I lived for years without a home, no country which I belong. Well, I turned and walked away.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess it's my turn now.
Go for it, Brad.
All right, all right. Hey, folks, our guest on the program tonight is Nick Dittmeier and the Sawdusters. If you like the sound of Nick and his guitar, there's a lot of music out there to listen to. He did a couple of EPs in the early part of last decade, 2013 and 2014. Did a couple of EPs then. And the last 3 years since 2018, he's been busy. All Damn Day came out in 2018. He just played the title track from that moments ago. Out of order, I might admit. I might mention. But and then he also did Companion in 2021, and now Heavy Denim. Is that right?
Yeah.
Am I on?
Well, yeah, Companion was 2019. And
Oh,
then,
it was?
And then, well, during the pandemic, we did a split with it where I found this live set that I had done before everything shut down that I didn't hate. And so we have it on vinyl, and so it's like one half of it's that live set, the other half's like an EP. So
And so was that by design, or did you feel like I got to have some more material I put out there?
well, I wanted to do a release with it in some way, and I didn't, I felt good about the set. It's only like 4 or 5 songs, that I picked out of like 10 that I did.
Yeah.
But I did hear it, when I wasn't expecting it, I was like, oh, this isn't so bad. I could feel good about it. So I sent it to like an engineer, and, because it was just like basically 2 tracks. And so I sent it to the engineer, and, he was able to do some stuff with it. So that's kind of how that came about.
All right. And was it with full band?
No, one side. Well, Companion is full band. It's like 4 full band songs, and then the other half of it, Live from a Barbershop in Southern Indiana. That's me solo.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you like to play solo?
No, not anymore. I prefer to play with the band, actually.
Yeah, I believe it.
I don't want to be like the best at playing acoustic guitar kind of thing. I'd rather be with other people, So
Yeah. Hey, so I want to talk about all kinds of things, including sort of the way that your music is evolving, especially in recent years. But before we do that, let's chat some about how music was born into your life. Could you spend a couple of minutes telling us about the environment where you grew up, how maybe your home, your community affected your musical tastes, some people maybe in your young life who impacted you, things like that?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I got my grandma is a music teacher, and she got me my first guitar. It was just something out of a classroom. I started playing guitar in, like the summer between my 6th and 7th grade year is when I did it, and I'd kind of talk to her. She'd show me stuff on piano and stuff, and then she had this guitar that she brought, home. And then I just kind of, she had one of those like Mel Bay books. I don't know if people even still bother with those things.
Oh yeah.
But it was like the easy chord and then reading, where you would like play like Michael Row Your Boat Ashore or something like
House
that.
of the Rising Sun.
I think that was even too edgy for this Mel Bay, this Mel Bay book. But that, and then my dad played, and then my great grandfather, they had these like recreational orchestras, like swing bands, and like Louisville Gas and Electric had them. And so he was like the band leader for like the Louisville Gas and Electric orchestra. Like we have I never met the guy. He died like way before I was born. So there was like music around. My grandma, she's still teaching, kind of like, she's like 85 and still does some stuff, but she kind of pointed me in the right direction as far as like understanding theory and things and trying to like learn like music.
Yeah. I love just hearing you talk about your closeness with your family. And it sounds like you guys lived fairly close to each other. Were you
We
all
still
in the
do,
same?
yeah. I guess so. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, we all live in the same area.
Oh, that's cool. And where is that?
I live in a place called Jeffersonville, Indiana.
How far is that from Louisville, Kentucky?
Like a mile or two.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's like right across. It's on the river.
Yeah, it's the Louisville metro area. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like, its gift to the world is Papa John's Pizza. It's like where the
Really?
yeah. That's the town it started in.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's dubious.
Yeah.
Name there.
Well, there was a community center with this name on it until about 5 years ago. So they took it off of there.
and so what about so there's your family influence. Your family's loaded with people who sort of conveyed to you that music was a valuable thing, and
yeah, like you could see people
go
and do it, wherever that, they weren't like playing in like clubs or anything, but it was a thing that, it was like tangible that you could be a part of that, I guess.
Well, right, all that much better that they weren't necessarily doing it for a living. They were doing it because they enjoyed music.
Yeah, I mean, my grandma did.
great.
She was a music. I mean, she did it for a living.
Yeah,
but
right.
So.
As a teacher.
Yeah. So like getting prepared for things and just being prepared or whatever. She kind of taught me a lot of that stuff.
So you got started young, and then by the time you got into high school.
Yeah.
Were you at that point already kind of well underway with your ability to play and playing with other people and so forth?
Yeah, I mean, I could play. I definitely could play, but it took me a long time to I don't know how I would put it, but to like get it together, kind of thing, and I'm still figuring that out in a lot of ways. We're playing a show in mid-September, this venue in Southwest Indiana, and it's the first place I ever got paid to play at. And like I didn't go to bars or anything like that, or I never saw like bands playing bars or things, because I went to a lot of like weird shows and punk shows and stuff growing up. And so we got hired to play for this Halloween show, and we were gonna play. They were like, "Okay, you have to play 2 sets," and I really didn't know what that meant. And
You're how old at that point?
Like old enough to know better, like
Okay.
23. So, but like 22, I don't know. And so we play our set. So I thought you played your set. We took a break, and then we played the same set again. Like I didn't know that you weren't supposed to play a totally different set when you went and did it. So, yeah, man, I'm still figuring a lot of stuff out, but
That's
trial
good.
by fire.
That's a fun story. So then, I guess I'm kind of curious. You know, what was that point when you first felt like the instrument, you were sort of becoming more sort of, I don't know, one with the instrument? You are a really beautiful player. I love what you do. I feel like every song that you all play, I feel like, and you're not going to like hearing this exactly the way I'm going to say it, but it feels like there's like an applaudable solo, but it's not applaudable because it's like, wow, that's really wild. It's wow to me because it really contributes a ton to the song, and just there's just a beauty to it. I really love
thank you.
the way that the way you express yourself on that instrument. I'm just wondering, you say I'm still learning a lot, and that's great. You're a lifelong learner. That's lovely. But do you feel critical of yourself as a player, like when you are putting new music together, recording new music? Do you tend to
Like
sort
as
of
a self-conscious guitar player kind of thing, or what do you mean?
I don't know. You don't seem self-conscious when you're playing.
Oh, yeah, I am. I definitely am. But I just, get through it. Just focus, and get through the song. And I know what you're saying, though, like as far as like solos, I don't like a lot of flashy solo guitar playing. Like there's a time and a place for that, and I'll do it. But for the most part, that stuff's really boring to me. And I would rather have a part that's like a constructed part to something than just kind of be noodling. Yeah.
Thank you.
If that makes sense.
Yes. Yes. It's great to hear you say that.
Thank you. I'm not great at explaining myself at this point because I was in my house for 15 months. And I lost a little bit of touch how to talk to people.
That's okay. Yeah. That's okay.
Because we played the show in Cleveland the other day, and a guy came up to us after we played, and he said, "I'm really glad you don't talk a lot between songs." And I took that as a compliment.
That's funny. So early on, when you got into the electric instrument, I mean, it seems like you really like a Fendery sound.
Yeah.
And I like the way you bend your notes and whatnot. Who did you feel was a big influence on your playing? Can you name a couple of players?
Oh, yeah. Like, as of right now, retrospectively, like Mark Knopfler, for sure, Lowell George, Vince Gill, Jerry Reed, but Richard Thompson, a lot of the guys that just didn't do a lot of their own weird style that they kind of do with it. That show you saw us play at opening for Los Lobos, like that, they're like guitar heroes of mine, kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't like people to go like too far off the reservation with it, but like just do like a lot of tasteful stuff. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, and the tasteful stuff. And what I always liked about Richard Thompson is that his stuff is always that it's kind of funny. Sometimes it sounds like he's kind of telling a joke with the instrument.
With this tremolo and
there's some really, really crazy stuff that he does, and it sounds like it's like he's tuned his guitar like a bagpipe.
Right.
And I just love those sounds.
Yeah.
So you referenced you mentioned in something I saw you say somewhere, you mentioned On Every Street.
Okay,
that Dire Straits album.
Yeah.
And when I think when you were talking about that album, that was their latter material, if not their last thing that they did.
I think you're right on that. And it was don't quote me on this. I think it was the follow-up to Brothers in Arms, and it was kind of a commercial flop. That record was. Yeah, but it's a great album.
Yeah. I really like that second song. I might be On Every Street.
Okay.
But it's got just this wonderful groove, and it stretches out.
Yeah.
And, it's funny. It could be that I'm a lousy fan, but I want to explore something with you. You try to change. Knopfler is a guy, a perfect example of a guitar player who said, I'm sorry, Brad, that you want me to do Communique too, but I'm not going to do that. I want to do more stuff. I want to do stuff that's maybe more mainstream, that's maybe poppier. I want to try some different sounds. I don't necessarily care that people like you are listening for my guitar solo. things like that. So I guess I'm a lousy fan that way. I guess I wonder if you could talk a little bit about sort of what fans can do for you to sort of, or can do for artists, people who want to grow and change, to support that. Is it
buy the albums? No.
yeah, right. Yeah. So, like, for instance, how have people responded to some of your sort of new directions? I don't personally feel like when I listen to your new album, it doesn't go like, oh wow, that's not Nick anymore.
Yeah.
I still hear you loud and clear, and I hear your guitar, which is what I want to hear, and it's just a beautiful sound still for me.
Yeah, maybe in my head I thought I was making a different record than I did. I don't know the answer to that. I'm not sure, but I don't feel like it doesn't feel out of place. It doesn't feel awkward, and a lot of making this record as well was mistakes I made in previous albums, and this is what we did differently. Is that we are able to play all the parts on these records live. There's not a lot of layering actually on the record. It's a lot of it is just us. There's some like keys and backing vocals and things like that, but for the most part, we tracked all. Dude, we probably did almost all of this record in like 2 days, like of at least the bass drums, and then I definitely did all the vocals in less than 8 hours. So a lot of it was just hammering in pre-production. We went to Europe for 6 weeks. We were then back in the U.S. from like the last 3 months of 2021. So a lot of that was playing these songs live. So within what the record is, there's a lot of what's referenced about like different equipment or different sounds or kind of stuff like that. But at the heart of it, it is really the three of us like pulling this stuff off.
So in some ways, was this? I mean, the way you talked about it. I guess I had imagined that it was maybe a more complex recording process. But you say it's pretty quick. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it much simpler than previous recordings that you've made?
Well, we all did it together. We all like knew our parts. Where before I admittedly had used studio players at times to replace other people. That did happen. And where it like I didn't want to make a record that then we would have to go relearn to go tour on, basically.
Yeah.
That like we were kind of the three of us were all present while it was going on. And when I was doing it, I didn't design it that way in a sense. I mean, I definitely wanted to be like as we like did pre-production writing on the record and started to introduce songs into the set list. I wanted to like play as much of that, like interpret as much of that as I could. If that,
Yeah, cool. I'm talking to Nick Dittmeier, and we're just chatting about his the new recording they've done, which is called Heavy Denim. We got a lot more music to go and more conversation in a little while. Meanwhile, let's welcome back Nick Dittmeier and the Sawdusters.
You don't know the truth. You don't know the truth. You don't know the truth till it's too late. Waking up exhausted is not the way we planned when we head out on the road on Thursday morning. All the walls I build around my heart, I understand, come crashing down without warning. You don't know the truth. You don't know the truth. You don't know the truth till it's too late. Till it's too is not what we foreseen at a rest stop in Ohio some old evening. The way you work so hard to shield your eyes from what's at hand makes the future we could have feel so alarming. You don't know the truth. You don't know the truth. You don't know the truth till it's too late. Till it's too late. Till it's too late. Till it's too late. Thank you. The song's called No Turning Back. It's off of Heavy Denim. Good news out of Indy, I won't have to go to court. Family dropped the charges, packed up and headed north. Well, I seen it before. Well, all the system gets you down. It's easier to pack up and leave when everybody knows you ratted them out and say, oh, oh, no turning back. Oh, oh, no turning back. They'll probably put me in county Thank you. This song is off of our new album as well. It's called Doing Wrong for All the Right Reasons. I borrowed that title from an episode of The Wire. This song's not about The Wire, though. Well, scene's been canceled by the pile of the mail. Put a board at the windows, they're too cheap to buy the nails. I can take a hint, I know when to call it quits. I'll be here Monday morning, clocking in 5 minutes to 6. And I was doing wrong for all the right reasons. I was flying high, walking on a ledge. I was doing wrong, tricking myself, believing I was doing right when I was doing wrong. I was doing wrong. The weight's been lifted, I can hear it in your voice. Every time the phone rings, be one more misguided choice. Emptying the tires out on my gravel drive. You won't have to worry when they leave, we'll be alive. Now it's doing wrong for all the right reasons. I was flying high, walking on the ledge. I was doing wrong, tricking myself, believing I was doing right when I was doing wrong. I was doing wrong. And I was doing wrong for all the right reasons. I was flying high, walking on the ledge. I was doing wrong, tricking myself, believing I was doing right, and I was doing wrong. I was doing wrong.
All right. Hey, we've got lots more music and conversation with Nick Dittmeier and the Sawdusters, but I would like to take a minute to remind listeners that Red Barn live streams, both tonight's and on any Wednesday, remain available online for you to view at your convenience on the Red Barn YouTube channel. Our live video stream is also available on weku.org, as is our audio stream, compliments of wgad.net in Central New York. Don't miss a single episode of our program, and be sure to tell your friends what you like about Red Barn Radio. Red Barn Radio is dark next week in preparation for the beginning of our 21st season on September 14th. And for that opening program, we feature Mr. Riley Bogus and John Haywood. Riley Bogus grew up in the Blue Ridge of Allegheny County, North Carolina, with a family and in a community of old-time music fanatics. Riley later became entrenched in what he found to be the soul of old-time music, which are the vast array of stories told by the songs. And what a singer he is. While Riley's discography features only 2 solo endeavors playing banjo, He's collaborated and contributed both as player and vocalist to more than 20 other recordings, making guest appearances on albums by the likes of Willie Nelson, Alison Krauss, and Robert Plant. And then we are to talk about John Haywood. In the holler where John Haywood grew up in Floyd County, Kentucky, John found art in the form of painting and drawing. Heavy metal music grabbed the attention of his middle school brain, and his parents got him a guitar at age 12. John's journey is a fascinating one, especially what brought him to the banjo and then back to the mountains in Knott County, where he lives now with his wife and kids, and also owns and operates a great tattoo shop in Whitesburg. Riley Boggess and John Haywood know each other. They've played together and also know the history of their instruments and the tunes they play and sing. We're talking two of the finest banjo players of these styles that you'll hear anywhere. We can't wait to have them both here to share their music with you. That's the first program of Red Barn Radio's 21st season. A great night of traditional banjo music from John Haywood and Riley Boggess. Now let's get back to tonight's Red Barn Radio program. We welcome you live on our social media platforms, broadcasting from the Arts Place Performance Hall here in the great city of Lexington, Kentucky. Please welcome back Nick Dittmeier and the Sawdusters to the Red Barn stage.
Thank you. Stay up all night till the break of dawn and light one off the other till the pack is gone. And I can hear the highway music of machines. I wonder where they're going, why we both can't sleep, why we both can't sleep. Time you go, don't you know I feel an evil creeping in, and the shortest line between 2 points, it's a tightrope that we both been walking. Oh, don't you know I feel an evil creeping in, and I don't think I can keep my head above the flood and just pretend it's so over. It's so over. So meet me in the valley of the Great Salt Lake. It takes me home out west, 1998. Lurking round the corner, learning my name, earning my trust, so I do what it says, always do what it says. Oh, time you go, don't you know I feel an evil creeping in, and the shortest line between 2 points, it's a tightrope that we both been walking. You know I feel an evil creeping in, and I don't think I can keep my head above the flood and just pretend it's so over. It's so over. That it's so over. That it's so over. 2 points. It's a tightrope, then we rope it. Walking, oh, don't you know I feel an evil creeping in, and I don't think I can keep my head above the flood and just pretend it's so over, that it's so over, that it's so over, that it's so over. Yeah, thank you. It's next song. It's off our new record as well. And this song's about one time I met an alien. This is what happened. A leaving letter, a recipe, go by the door for the DAB, going straight, chances are gone, sooner or later I'll be moving on. I'm 65, oh was it 10, oh pull off at the La Quinta, we'll burn it down, chop fresh and I only write confessions with my hotel pens. Only write confessions with my hotel pens. I was staying at the Mountaineer Inn. I heard a voice about a 4 a.m. Look out the window, it's gone to hell. Someone threw their TV through a car windshield. I was 65, oh was it 10, we'll pull off at the La Quinta, we'll burn it down, start fresh again. I only write confessions with my hotel pens, only write confessions with my hotel pens. There's an alien at my door, said he comes in peace, he won't say what for. He's got dreams, he's got dreads, I said don't disturb, so I go back to bed. I'm 65, oh was 10, we'll pull off at the La Quinta, we'll burn it down, start fresh again. I only write confessions with my hotel pens, only write confessions with my hotel pens, only write confessions with my hotel pens, only write confessions with my hotel pens. Thank you so much. Yeah. It's a train song. I grew up on the Ohio River in southern Indiana, and there's always a lot of loud noises. Eventually, you just start tuning them all out. There was a shipyard outside my bedroom window for like 15 years, and after a while, I didn't hear it anymore. The song's called "Rhythm of the Train." Just got paid, it's Friday night. Bob you like a puppy, girl, that's alright. And we can do whatever you wanna do. Ain't gotta make no big deal. Beer on ice and pop grill. Listen to the radio, working on the night blues. There's a big train yard, L&N Railroad. If them jobs moved well, the town would implode. We ain't afraid to strike, never know. We can lay in bed, listen to rhythm of the train. Probably hauling wheat, they're carrying coal, loaded up on fuel to the Gulf of Mexico. Next stop, Cape Judo. Summer's coming, fast you know. I can smell the honeysuckle, I can feel it in my bones. Kill the AC and open the window. We can lay in bed, listen to the rhythm of the train. Two train rolling on down the track. One train leaving and another coming back, like been doing for 100 years. And trains stop a rolling, we just dissipate. Yeah. Got that Midwest heart, got them Southern blues, a living and the crossroads, paying our dues, hard times, nothing you can't get through. Laying in bed, less the train, gonna get up in the morning, gonna draw my face, survive another day. We can lay in bed, listen to the rhythm of the train. We can lay in bed, listen to the rhythm of the train. Thank you. That's a train song.
Yeah. Wow, some good playing there.
Thank you.
Yeah, it sounded great, all you guys. I'm here with Nick Dittmeier and the Sawdusters. It's Nick on guitar, J.D. Mackinder on bass, and Josh Bradley on drums. Love to hear you guys talk some about your travels, because you've done a bunch of that. Can you talk about a little bit of your traveling around this country and also your experience in Europe? And any of you just jump right in. I mean,
last year in Europe, we did 9 countries, 37 shows in 41 days.
Wow.
The real only day off was we have like a day off in Belgium to do laundry or something, and we bowled.
Yeah.
That's about it.
you decided that you
Belgian bowling alley.
Yeah.
They're a lot like the bowling alleys in the States.
did you
Yeah, they're very similar, actually.
did you skip the laundry for the bowling?
No.
Did you take bowling over the laundry?
We had somebody on it. So this was during COVID, so they were exceptionally cautious over there, and we were lucky to get to tour because of the regulations.
I was going to say, how did that happen?
It was just dumb luck. Like, there was like a month in that entire year that we could have fitted in, and they were starting to shut everything down while we were leaving, and they had just barely opened things up. We were like one of the only bands in the world over there at the time.
When
Like-
we were coming home, the only people that could fly back were U.S. citizens.
Yeah, and we had to go to a health center and pass a COVID test. So we were like on pins and needles because I think they would have made you like live in a, I don't know what they would do. We didn't ask. We
did get that far. We did decide if anybody didn't pass that they were staying by themselves.
Yes, that's true. Because everybody else would just fly home. So what were we talking? Oh yeah, yeah. So
Bowling.
laundry.
Bowling and laundry.
Laundry, because like places you couldn't, have more than a couple people in them, and you had to like have They were much more diligent about a lot of the protocol. So we found this laundromat in this small town in Belgium, because like all of our stuff was dirty. And we were just gonna like throw it in a thing, and this woman, we're like, we walked in the laundromat, and this woman just comes out and starts screeching at us in Dutch, like. Doesn't speak. It's a rare instance where you meet someone that does not speak any English, and so we didn't know this, but Josh was standing on the. They could only have like 2 people in the laundromat, and then Josh was standing on the bell. So like the bell was going crazy in there, and we struck up a weird friendship with this woman, taking our laundry to her every week, and her yelling at us in Dutch, unintelligibly.
She probably still thinks we're dead.
Yeah.
We didn't come back. So
yeah, so we did take our laundry. We were in this place like 3 different times, and we were like, oh, we'll just take it back over there. And like they did it all. They did have someone that knew a little bit of English that would talk to us, but mainly it was her yelling at us. Every interaction.
A lot of yelling and pointing.
Yes.
JD, was that your first time touring over in Europe? Playing music?
It was Josh's first time. I've been over there with 5 different bands.
Oh, all right.
So, but this was by far the best band I've been with. No, it was great. This was a really, really positive experience. It was intense. We all get along real well, and it's really like a mild-mannered bunch. So it was, even though it was weird because we had to mask, and there was all kinds of restrictions, it's the easiest European tour I've ever done.
Huh. And do you account for the ease and fun of this tour by your relationship? Is it the fact that you guys just have a good relationship? Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are super. I've been doing this way too long to mention, and this is the easiest band I've ever been in.
And JD also.
I've been doing this longer than
He told
Josh
me
has
after
been
we were
alive.
playing the Southgate House in Cincinnati, and we got in the van. He goes, "This is gonna be the last band I'm in."
I said, please make this the last band I'm in.
Oh, okay. This was a. You want me to retire you? Okay.
Yes.
So,
End your career.
Just put me in a coffin.
does that feel like a lot of weight on your shoulders?
Threat. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Talk about tours that you've done here in this country, in different regions of this country, and where you've enjoyed going most. So, like, where are some places that you really just love to go, and with a fan base that really likes your music?
Well, this last year, I'd never been up to Minnesota before, in like Wisconsin, the upper Midwest, and we've got more dates through the upper Midwest, like from here to the end of the year, almost up to the point where it's too cold to go up there. In December, we'll be in Wisconsin, but like, it's weird. It's like we're living in a weird time warp in a way, because we played this place in Iowa, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you've been here recently." I was like, "Dude, that was like 6 years ago. I played this room, But yeah, going up there is great. People are really nice. It's kind of European in a way, the way people treat bands. So I like doing that, and then I like going anywhere where we have other stuff to look at that isn't corn, like mountains.
Like not Mitchell, South Dakota, I guess.
No, and I heard them
The
talking
corn-
about Mitchell, South Dakota on Jeopardy the other night too.
About the Corn Palace?
Corn Palace. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were talking about that, and we were in South Dakota a couple weeks ago, but I don't know. I didn't see the Corn Palace.
What were you doing in South Dakota?
Playing a show?
Yeah, where? Sioux Falls?
Aberdeen.
In Aberdeen.
Yes, which is it's the 3rd largest city, and it's like 20,000 people.
So it'd be like Rapid City, Vermilion, Brookings.
The biggest city
Sioux
is
Falls,
Sioux
of course.
Falls. There,
Right.
yeah. Sioux Falls. I looked up. It was Sioux Falls, Rapid City, and then Aberdeen.
So Aberdeen.
Yeah. Are you from South Dakota?
No, but I lived there for a long time.
Oh, okay, right on.
So yeah, so you liked? Did you like the scene there? Is there anything about Aberdeen or other small towns that you visit that remind you of Jeffersonville at all? Do you ever have that experience where you go there and say, "Wow, this is kind
a lot of
like
river
my
towns
town."
up the Ohio River. We played in. If you go anywhere on the Ohio River, from like Paducah to like Parkersburg, West Virginia, all those towns are kind of the same in a way. Those all kind of remind me, or anything up and down the Mississippi River kind of feels like home, kind of.
Huh.
But yeah, there's a lot of German people in like southern Indiana, southwest Indiana, so that's kind of like being in Holland or something, or Germany. But yeah.
Is home for you? Does it continue to be a sweet spot, or when you go away for a long time, Nick? Does home start to feel different over time as?
I don't know how much I participate in being home. There's only a few places I go when I'm home. I go to, like, the coffee shop. I go to, like, the doo-wop shop if I have to go get something there. A few other places, because I'm not like, I don't feel like I participate that hard in being at home, because we're right next to Louisville too, and people ask me what's going on there, and I don't always know. That's something you kind of sacrifice by leaving. But I stay where I am because it's really inexpensive to live there, and then I can kind of tour around. We're close to so many cities. That's a big positive versus living in a bigger city that would be more expensive to live in. But I guess as far as that translating to songs, I think it's there probably that inevitably all these weird stories all get kind of woven into something. Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of want you to. I kind of want to go back a little bit. I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but
No, it's okay.
When we talk about sort of this genre that you have found yourself in, do we call it alt country? Do we call it Americana? Does it matter? What's sort of your line on that conversation, that bar room conversation that I'm sure goes on from time to time?
I think it's important for people to have, like, a word or something to identify with it. I mean, I think the marketing aspect of it's important for any genre of music. I mean, growing up, the bands that I liked that made me want to play this kind of music, like a band like the Drive-By Truckers or the Old 97s or something, that was always put under the alt country umbrella, which is fine. It's fine for me. That doesn't bother me. I think people are confused about the Americana term sometimes.
Yeah, well, I
but
guess
it's kind of like the all-encompassing American art form. Everything from, like, blues to bluegrass kind of stuff is what it all kind of fits into that umbrella.
sort of anything that comes out of like
United
Towns
States.
Van,
Yeah, I mean,
or like so that comes out of Towns Van Zandt or Graham Parsons,
yeah,
or
he'd be definitely Doug Somm,
or Olden in the Way, I guess, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So does that? So where do you fall? Do you feel like sort of Americana needs to be challenged? Was it you who said that country and Americana have to be unceremoniously leveled from time to time, or was that a publisher who
I did
used
not
those
say
words?
that. No.
Okay.
No. It can do whatever it wants, whatever it feels.
Okay.
I'm not responsible for
Well, it's
anything.
on your website, so gotta make sure
I'm gonna remove that as soon as I get off stage.
Oh, good.
That's gone.
Good. Yeah. All right. Well, cool. It's been we've really just been enjoying your music so much. It's about time we did this, and want you to come back. So please don't be strangers, and we're just glad you're going to play some more music now.
Thank you. Yeah.
So let's do it.
Yeah, this next one we're gonna play is called "Things Are Getting Strange." It's off the new album here. Look out my window, what do I see? Cryptozoology staring back at me. Am I insane? Research suggests things are getting strange. This premonition, things are getting worse. Maybe it's cursed. Get a grip on that purse, but who's to say? Crooks will say what they are paid to say. Things are getting strange. Stranger these streets like an inquisition. Am I first human note or the last apparition? I don't care. Wish that I could vanish in the air. In this old world, it's hard to recognize with their bloodshot eyes, and they reject the science. What a waste. Wish that I could blast through outer space. Things are getting strange, stranger by the day. Things are getting strange, stranger by the day. Just can't walk away. Things are getting strange, stranger by the day. And things are getting strange, stranger by the day. I just can't walk away. The song's called Wildcat Creek. Wildcat Creek, don't you let me down. Wildcat Creek, I'm a counting on you. Oh, you won't swell and I won't jam where the Vermilion River meets in Tippecanoe. Freighters they roll up from Chicago, traverse the Great Flat Plain. Windmills they turn slow, waving hello, wishing luck to the passing trains. I turned 17 in the early spring, gonna head north and get a job. My brothers are all gone, left you one by one, and I'm holding down the phone. Oh, Wildcat Creek, don't you let me down. Wildcat Creek, I'm a counting on you. You won't swell and I won't drown. Well, Vermilion River meets in Tippecanoe. Nights get so bleak, and how it lasts a week, and nothing but them old coyotes whine. The May rain I feel, threats strand me here, and I pray that creek don't rise. Whoa, Wildcat Creek, don't you let me down. Wildcat Creek, I'm counting on you. Oh, you won't swell and I won't drown. Well, Vermilion River meets in Tippecanoe. With Vermilion River meets in Tippecanoe. Where Vermilion River meets in Tippecanoe. Thanks so much. Yeah. This one's called Trouble Song. It's off of All Damn Day. Later in the mailbox, mailbox, probably just a bill. They know I can't pay 'em, but they send them still. Gonna pretend I don't see it there. Later in the mailbox, probably just a bill. There's an old holy roller knocking at my door. I'm gonna pretend I ain't at home no more. I pray for salvation, but I'm not so sure. Old holy roller knocking at my door. Oh, you heard about my trouble, now tell me about yours. Every dark cloud got me running indoors. 2 by 2 and it rains, it pours. Heard all the trouble, can't take it no more. Red-tailed hawk by my chicken coop, stalking my birds all afternoon. Gonna ruin my supper with a one fell swoop. Red-tailed hawk by my chicken coop. Holding the fence, the dog got out. I seen him up running on the rural route. Where the truck speed by, they don't slow down. Holding the fence and the dog got out. Oh, you heard about my trouble, now tell me about yours. Every dark cloud got me running indoors. 2 by 2 and it rains, it pours. Heard all the trouble, can't take it no more. Ugly old hearse rolling down my street. They got dark clothes on and the rosary beads. Times get low, but not a 6 feet deep. Ugly old hearse rolling down my street. The sky got dark and the storm moved in. The rain hit hard, the herd got thin. A deep voice said, give up and dig in. Sky got dark, the storm moved in. Oh, you heard about my trouble, now tell me about yours. Every dark cloud got me running indoors. 2 by 2 and it rains, it pours. Heard all the trouble, can't take it no more.
All right. Nice. Hey, well, there are so many people to thank for our program. First, Nick Dittmeier and the Sawdusters, our guest this evening. We are also tremendously grateful for our volunteers and staff who make our production happen so beautifully each and every week. We want to thank all of you for listening to our webcast, that is, watching us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, and those listening to us on the network of Red Barn stations and media worldwide. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn's premier radio partner. It's NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at weku.org. It's your chance to hear more great live music from Red Barn Radio and WEKU. That's NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Those of you here in the Central Kentucky area, you got to be sure to check out Red Barn TV. It's our weekly program of music, now on ABC 36 WTVQ. Red Barn Radio comes to you from our home, the Arts Place Performance Hall in downtown Lexington, Kentucky. Our website has updates and further information on our guests and our program. We're on the web at redbarnradio.com. And now, before we close out tonight's program, we'd like to ask Nick and the Sawdusters if they could do one more tune for us.
Yeah, sure.
Excellent. All right.
Yeah. This song's about heavy machinery. Up in the earth, Douglas County to buy a wedding for her. Made a deal off the bill on the rental hall, 'cause he dug the septic system last fall. Sunday afternoon, there wasn't no priest inside. Something about to the old folks don't feel right. They don't need no mane of the claw to tie the knots to both the side. Love somebody and everybody know you love somebody. You don't gotta put on a show. Love somebody and everybody know you love somebody. You don't gotta put on a show. They said I do, it's good enough for him. Tap them cakes, a bowl Milwaukee beer. It seemed real light to Mama Ned. Oh, everybody's happy, it ain't half bad. Love somebody and everybody know you love somebody. You don't gotta put on a show. Love somebody and everybody know you love somebody. You don't gotta put on a show. Thank you.
Hey, that's Josh Bradley, J.D. Mackinder, and Nick Dittmeier and the Sawdusters. And that's all for our show for this week. You can see and hear Red Barn Radio worldwide as we stream live on the web, on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern in North America. And you can also listen to archived performances on Spotify and iTunes, and watch mountains of video on the Red Barn Radio YouTube channel. Hey, remember this, every like, comment, share, subscribe, all those words help bring roots music Southern style to your neck of the woods. And finally this, if any of our featured artists are performing in your area, get out there and hear them live. They need you now more than ever. From all of us here at Red Barn Radio to all of our friends worldwide, keep working together to be safe and healthy. And until next time, good night from Red Barn Radio.